I went from this to this in 18 months. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to make sure you're building muscle and what to do if you aren't building muscle. Part 1. How to check if you're building muscle. There are a lot of ways to check if you're building muscle. You could just look in the mirror as a cheap option, or as an expensive option, you could use a DEXA scan or something like that. However, you probably don't have the money to get a DEXA scan done every few months, as that would cost you thousands of pounds. And just looking in the mirror is ineffective, as it could be fat that you've gained that looks like muscle. So what we're going to do to check if you're gaining muscle is to assess your strength. And you might be asking me, I'm not a powerlifter, so why would I want to assess my strength? And to that I say, yes, you aren't a powerlifter, but if over a period of time, the weight you're lifting is increasing, whilst maintaining good form, and you look bigger, then you're nearly certainly gaining muscle. And just keep in mind that this does not apply to you if you're cutting, as on a cut you're likely to lose muscle and look smaller. This video is for if you're bulking and you're still not progressing in your lifts. And this is because of the concept of progressive overload, which shows us that as the weight you lift increases, so does the muscle mass on your frame. So now, how do you track an increase in the weight you're lifting? That brings us on to part 2. Part 2, how to track progress in the gym. Now we know that if you're getting stronger, you're definitely getting bigger. We need to work out how to track the progress made in the gym to make sure we're getting stronger. Now the way to track your workouts is to either note it down on some good old pen and paper, or you could use an app on your phone like Boostcamp. And what you're going to do is make sure that every time you do that exercise, you either increase the weight or reps performed. For example, say you're doing bench press, and one time you use 60 kilograms for 6 reps. The next time you do bench press, you need to aim to increase the weight or reps. So maybe you do 60 kilograms for 7 or 8 reps. Or you could also increase the weight and do 62.5 kilograms for 5 or 6 reps. This way you're increasing the weight you're lifting, and so you're most probably building muscle. But what if the weight you're lifting isn't increasing? What do you do then? And that brings us on to part 3. Part 3, what to do if you aren't making progress in the gym. If you're not making progress in the gym, then I'm going to list a few reasons why. And I want you to pause the video after I say each one and think to yourself, am I doing that thing or not? Then if you aren't doing that thing, then list them down. And then you're going to have a list on the exact reasons why you aren't making progress. 1. Are you sleeping at least 8 hours per night? 2. Are you eating at least 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight? 3. Are you tracking your calories and macros? 4. If you are tracking them, are you reaching your calorie goal for the day? 5. Are you training with high intensity and pushing to or close to failure on all your working sets? 6. Are you taking at least one rest day for every 3 training days in a row? 7. Are you tracking your workouts and trying to progressively overload? 8. Are you cutting? Because as I said before, if you are on a cut, you're highly likely to lose strength and muscle. And finally, number 9. Have you been training multiple months on end without taking a deload week? So now you should have a list of the reasons why you aren't making progress in the gym. And now all you need to do is fix them and start making progress. If this video helped you out, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.